people get, and we begin to make those our gods because it look like they're happy with what they got. But don't you know, happiness is not shown on the outside. Happiness is really on the inside. If you got somebody that can walk around full of smiles, but they not happy. You can see somebody walk around counting a bunch of money, but they not happy. You can see somebody in the finest car, but they're not really. You just see what's on the outside, and because we see it on the outside, we want to run with it. We want to get it because it's on the outside what we see, and they look like they happy. I mean, how many of us said, y'all ain't got to raise your hand? I did it once before. I used to get mad because I used to see the car the drug dealers get. I knew these guys. I grew up with these guys. They selling drugs. They riding these fine cars. And I got this old beat up Toyota Corolla over here that if somebody ran up there and hit it with a truck, you would never know because how many discs was already in there. And I used to get upset saying, this is not fair that they get to ride like that. Maybe I ought to do what they're doing. I begin to put what their God was in front of my God. When you begin to put something in front of God, God begins to do something to you because you have replaced Him. Let a child of mine get somebody else and replace them, and they start calling him dad. And they keep going to him for what they need. And this is now you not my dad no more, but this is my dad. I'm going to start doing something. I ain't going to do like a whole lot of other people. I'm going to make sure that you keep going to that dad. And when that dad ain't doing, don't come back to this dad. But I'm going to make a change in the matter because of what you did. That's what God does. God makes a change in the matter because of what you've done. So you got another God in front of you. God begins to do some things to you that make you realize, hey, I'm not doing what's right. I replaced God. I got to go back to God. Amen. And as we keep looking and reading and studying the Bible, we keep finding out that's what the children of Israel did. Amen. Yes. Now we have them there going into the promised land. And He knows His people going into the promised land. And they're going to see some idol gods up in there. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to take them. And they're going to start worshiping them. Because that's just what they do. Amen. Amen. That's just how they are. When Moses went up to Mount Sinai to talk to me, I just brought them out of Egypt. I just brought them out of slavery. And what did they do? Oh, they remember that the Egyptians used to make golden calves. So they're going to make a golden calf like the Egyptians did because, they just hadn't seen me just yet. They hadn't just heard me just yet. So they're going to take what somebody else is doing and they're going to make something out of it. And they're going to put it before me. Don't you know God has a way?